you get a really good understanding as to the type of question you're going to see. Okay, first things first. I have 6 people and I want to organize them in a row. Okay? How do I organize 6 people in a row? Well, how many decisions do I have to make?
Well, 5.
No, I need 6 people in a row, right? Well, I understand what you're saying, but there's 6 seats. So each one constitutes a decision. So how many do I have a choice of in the first one? 6. The second one? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So there's 6 factorial ways in which I can arrange 6 people in a row, right? Okay. So what happens then if I want to arrange 6 people in a row and Angus wants to be on the end and Matthew wants to be on the other end? They don't like each other. So what do I have to do now? What do I change? Okay, so all right, so what goes here? Angus? Or Matthew, right? So I've got Angus or Matthew, because I didn't specify which end, right?
Nope.
Okay, so I have a choice of 2 here. And then once I've selected one of those 2, one of them has to go down here. Do we agree? Okay, so there's my 2 restrictions. So now, how many choices do I have in here?
4.
4, 2, and 1, right? So 4 factorial. So this guy is 4 factorial by 2 factorial. Okay? Those 2 boys kissed and made up. Now they want to sit right beside each other. So these 2 guys want to sit beside each other. This is where it gets tricky. Okay? So how many ways can I arrange? 6
Mr.
of you,
Newell, call 15,000, please. Mr.
as long as
Newell,
these 2
call
guys are
15,000.
together. Alright? Okay. What do you think?
Because you could just switch, like it'd be 5 if it had to go Angus and then Matthew. But you do those 5, and then you switch them so it goes Angus
Okay.
or Matthew.
You get a pretty good understanding of this. Alright? So how many blanks do I need now? Do I need 6 still?
Yeah.
Yeah? I still sit in 6 people, right?
Yeah. You need 2 sets of 6. Or never mind.
Alright, you were actually on the right track. I don't want 6 here. I want 5. I want 5. You wanna know why I want 5? Because they gotta sit beside each other. Okay? So I'm gonna count them as just one group. Alright? So I'm gonna have 5 blanks. So here's how it looks. Okay? I have 5 blanks, alright? Everybody following me so far? Okay, so let's use actual names here. So I've got Matthew and Angus, right? Brett, I don't want Marshall because he's an ass. Casey, okay, Dylan, and Trent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I've got all of those, right? Okay, I got 6 of them. But Matthew and Angus need to sit together. So how many ways, if I count them as one group, how many ways can I arrange this group? 5. There's only 5 arrangements here, right? I have a choice of any one of those 5. Then 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. However, what Casey said is it can go Matthew Angus or it can go Angus Matthew. Right? So I have to take that into account. How many ways can I arrange 2 people? 2 factorial ways. So this answer is 5 factorial by 2 factorial.
Isn't 2 factorial just 2?
It is. But I write it as a factorial. I'll tell you why in a second. When I do grouping like this, okay, and this is, thank you. When I go to 4, 4, that's what we're going to do is grouping, specifics. I take the number of groups and I multiply the number per group. So how many groups were there in this question then? There were 5 groups. How many were in each group? Well, one group had 2 and the rest had 1, right? So essentially to write this out, it's 5 factorial, 2 factorial, 1 factorial, 1 factorial, 1 factorial, 1 factorial. Because that represents all of the individual groups. I just don't write the ones in there. Okay? So let's look at 4-4. Let's look at 4-4. In 4-4, there is one other thing that we get to look at as well, and that's when we have like objects. Okay? So here's how this works. I'm giving you quite a bit of information here today. So that's a permutation when I have like objects. So let's discuss this. How many ways can I arrange the letters of the word same?
4 factorial.
Okay? How many letters are there? 4 letters, right? I have a choice of how many here.
1, 2, 3, 1.
So you're absolutely right. 4 factorial. So how many is that total?
24.
24 ways in which I can arrange the word same, right? Everybody agree? What's wrong?
Where did you get 24 from?
4 factorial. 4 times 3 times 2 times 1.
Okay. I'm confused on that.
Okay, factorial means you take that number and you multiply it by every number below it.
And then just do like shorts.
There is a button on your calculator,
Okay.
is what he's
Yeah.
trying to tell you. Okay, how about the word seam? Still 4 factorial?
No,
Why not?
it'd still be 4 factorial.
Still 4 factorial? Okay, start listing some for me.
Seam.
S-E-E-M. E-S-E-M.
Yeah.
Right?
And
E-E-S-M.
You could have the other E. You could have seam, but the E's.
So I keep going like this, right?
Wait, what is the E?
yes.
But what's the problem with this? These are the same. Right?
You can't.
So unless I go E1, E2, right? I'm going to end up repeating them at some point, correct?
Mhm.
So I have, basically what I'm saying is I have half as many ways of doing it. Because otherwise they're just going to look the same. Because I'd have to repeat that again. So when I have like objects, I take the number of objects and I divide it by the number of ones that are the same. Factorial. So how many ways are there to arrange the word seam?
Oh,
4 factorial over 2 factorial, which is 12. 24 divided by 2. Does that make sense to everybody? If you have identical objects and you need to arrange them in an order, you divide by the number of identical objects. Okay? So, another example. The book where it uses the word Mississippi, which you can't spell Mississippi, can you? Well done. Pretty quick. You nailed it.
We had a jumping rope game.
Yeah.
That's why we know it so fast.
So I should have asked you about Winnipeg and we would have stumbled on that.
yeah, probably.
Okay.
Probably just that.
Okay, so how many letters are in the word Winnipeg? 8 letters? How many of them repeat?
Well, there are 2 sets of 2. So
2 sets of 2, so that's how I have to divide it up. So I have a group of 2 and a group of 2. So I'm dividing by the 2 i's and the 2 n's.
If you had 3 sets, you'd do that 3 times?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if I had 3 letters, okay, here's another one. There. How many letters in the word Saskatchewan?
Too many.
12. 12 letters?
3 A's.
How many A's are there?
3.
3 A's,
And 2 S's.
2 S's. Anything else repeats? Amazingly in that word, that's probably it, isn't it? So then I go 12 factorial over 3 factorial, 2 factorial. Punch that into your calculator right now. We do need to know what the answer of this is and how to do it on our calculator properly. Dylan, you showed Trin how to.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Give me an answer, please.
39,916,800.
39 million.
916,800.
I got a different number.
I got the same as Mark.
Brackets.
What else did you get?
I used brackets for
Yeah.
the dividing.
Did you?
I did not. Were you supposed to?
Yes. Yes. Okay. So, does anybody not get that answer so I can check your calculator work?
I think I could do some brackets.
You good?
Where are you putting them? Around a 3, I thought it was 2. 3, 2. Like 7.
Bracket, 3 exclamation point, 2 exclamation point.
Okay.
3, 2. Okay. So, let me just set your calculator down for 1 second. I'm just going to show you how this works. Okay? Okay? 8 over 2 times 3. What does that equal?
1/3.
1 1/3? We agree?
There's your brackets.
There's no brackets and it's 12, so, but just the way it's written, it should be 1 1/3.
1 1/3 or 1 2/3? Choose it. Is it 1 1/3?
It's a third of 6 is 2.
I don't think you're right, but let's check it. Okay, so my point is this. If you punch this just watch this for a sec. If you punch this into the calculator, 12 factorial divided by 3 factorial times 2 factorial, what the calculator read was this. 8 divided by 2, which is 4, times 3, which is 12. That's not the right answer. So, what is 8 divided by 6?
1/3.
1 1/3.
Oh, you bracket. Oh, okay.
Right? Does everybody understand what we just did there?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's, I just wanted you to see that, so that you understand. So I need brackets up here. You're not gonna see it written out that way, but I need brackets right there, so that you get the correct answer. Okay? Alright, that's it. It'll take you all day to do 4-3. And then if you get done that, you can do 4-4.
Thank you.
Is that what we're doing tomorrow? 4/4?
Just gonna stop this.